Back with another video. But first, I want to give a shout out to all my fellow Pisceans out there. Gang, you already know. We in the build done. Also, I want to give a shout out to all my 2-2s and my 3-3s and my 2-2-2s and my 3-3-3s and my 7-7-7s. And shout out to any other angelical numerical numbers that I may have forgot to mention. Also want to thank everybody for coming out to support the channel. Thank you. And those of you that are new, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and smash that like button. Hype the video to receive more videos like these. Now, when it comes to the topic, let me see what I have down. Okay, so yeah, we talking about, I had to give y'all another spaz. I had it, man. This one was much needed. So we're gonna talk about it now. Let me bring up my, okay, so yeah. Okay, so Scorpio, why is this still on? Scorpio is can be a character at times, I would say. Now, you usually find out about a Scorpio whether or not you can trust him, okay? This type of individual can be a force to be reckoned with, okay? And what I mean by that is that sometimes when you're dealing with Scorpio, it's like it's a very intense energy that you're dealing with. Yeah, I mean, my channel is not you know, tap dancing or any kind of entertainment. So you're probably at the wrong channel, David. But yeah, when you're dealing with Scorpio, you're dealing with somebody that is very I'll say this, they are very difficult to understand. See? But when it comes to what's going on, welcome everybody that just came in. So yeah, let me get this set up. Okay, so now we're talking about, I had a spaz out on Scorpio, okay, getting to the gist of the whole point of the situation. And you know, Scorpios, it's like Scorpios do these little things where they, you know, they play these mind games. They, you know, for one so I'm gonna bring up the situation that just happened. That's a little easier, okay? And yeah, so the Scorpio that I knew ended up coming back in a story, okay? And everybody knows the story and how it went down previously from the other videos, from the other lives. And I was telling you guys about what happened with the chain. And now he supposedly put the order through. Now everybody's wondering, like, okay, when is it getting shipped? When is it coming? When is it, you know? And now the bad news is that this man has gone quiet. He has pulled the Noob Saibot stealth attack to where he's just totally just silent now. See? To where he, you know, when you say, hey, what's going on, man? You know, he instantly hangs the phone up. He doesn't want to talk. And it's almost like, you know something is wrong, but at the same time, it's almost feels like a mind game, because he wants you to take his silence as like an intensity. He wants you to get in the ring with him. He wants you to challenge him and say something like, yo, You haven't, told us anything. And it's our fault because we should have never put that Scorpio into, a situation where he would have to, have the money in his possession. But we went off of that based off of his connection, and he knew the people that were making the jewelry for it. So it was almost like his connect. Now, the problem is that we do not know when it's, we don't even know if it's been made. So we were all just having, doubts, me and the Libra man, we were having doubts that, hey, we probably just got scammed. And it's very unfortunate because, this is why Scorpio ends up, reaping what they sown. They get themselves into a situation, when you got real people, real friends, or people that really, look out for you, and all of a sudden you take all of that and you just do the same. You do something that's just stupid and self-centered, to where, now this is why I said you cannot blame, you can't blame a Scorpio 100% for something that they do to you, whether they hurt you or, do something to you that you may not like, right? So you have to know that the Scorpio is known for stinging. That's something that comes with him or her. Now, when you are a Pisces, okay, you have a special gift, and that's your intuition. So no matter what the Scorpio does, you will always get an alert. You would always get a message. You always get some sort of warning as a signal. Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to press a Scorpio by trying to, get emotional. You don't want to do that because he's already in an emotional state, and that's why the reaction that you get from him when it radiates is that you feel that, oh, something's wrong, and you feel the heaviness of his emotions, overwhelming yours. Now, when it comes to the reason why a Pisces that, enough is enough, and you get to a point where you're pushed to the edge and you realize that, man, I have to snap. See, I have to snap because the Scorpio, he thinks I don't know what he's doing, when he does it. So this is not a random emotion that you may feel, Pisces, because, sometimes you may beat yourself up. You may say, oh, I care too much, or, hey, I'm trying to look out for I'm trying to look out for the Scorpio, even though something's wrong, and that you may have got done wrong, scammed, cheated on, whatever the situation may be. And you have to understand that this intensity that we are referring to is accumulated pressure. See, yes, it didn't have to happen, but now, what is that Scorpio trying to do to you by going silent? I'll tell you. The Scorpio is trying to control. See, he's trying to use control tactics. He's trying to check your temperature, especially right after he ignores you for a day or two. And everybody that's getting a chain, everybody has been getting ignored, silent, just nothing. And a lot of them are feeling like, hey, they're falling right into the very thing that the Scorpio wants, is for people to, become, worried, stressed, because they're like, hey, what happened? What changed? And I'm like, I was basically telling them, like, yo, don't feed into this man's trap. Don't feed into his web of tricks. Like, don't do it, because everything will come to the surface, whether or not he actually paid for, did he use the money for himself, or what did he put the order through? So before he was all friendly, you couldn't tell the difference whether, he couldn't have been in a much better mood. You could just look at him and see that, oh man, this guy seemed like his head was on straight. He got to talking about scriptures and God, and saying like do the right thing, you know, and all of a sudden he just ended up just like I say, I even told him before I sent the money, I said, yo, I said, bro, you said that you scammed me before in the past. You said you scammed everybody. So I'm just letting you know before I send this to you, you better not scam, you see, or karma's gonna be knocking at your door. So he just was like, oh, you know, nah. He was like, what, you don't trust me? I said, bro, I know what happened last time, fam. You know? Now, welcome everybody. Welcome Empress, AA7. Yeah, I do a live with, yeah, Sagittarius. They all coming. All the other signs, videos and lives, they all coming, you guys. It's just that as intensities, okay, so as the intents of the moment of the situation that happened, you guys, you know, I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna be like biased and say, oh yeah, because of this, because of my experience, like, oh, you guys can't trust Scorpio. What I'm basically doing this live about is that Scorpio's behavior is so tricky, because it's almost like a person that has a guilty conscience. It's like when somebody knows that they have no good intent towards you, they have to go silent, see, to avoid accountability. So that's why, like, with Pisces, we know what you're doing because it's what you can't see. Like if a person becomes avoidant all of a sudden with no reason to, that looks like guilt. It looks like, oh, you're running from a social interaction, which means you're running from accountability because you don't want someone to say, hey, what's the update with, you know, the chain? When is it coming? When is it going to be done? And what is he doing? Ignoring you. See, he's not even like telling you anything. And it's like, I don't even believe he has a job, because the whole point of him telling, what I see him doing when he says, oh, he makes the excuse to stall, which is manipulation, which, remember I said, a Scorpio will oftentimes go to the toolbox, which they often use, manipulation one-on-one, see? So it's like, oh, I'm at work, man. I've been busy. Like, you know, so you don't want your chain? Okay. Bro, it's a real chain. It's jewelry. What do you mean? Like, and then he has no excitement. There's no excitement about the chain. It's almost like it's a scam. Like he doesn't have no, yeah, man, can't wait till I get my chain. Yeah, man. Ooh. He has none of that. And it's like, that's how you can tell that we got scammed. See? Now, this is the thing. So as I was sitting, because I have a Sagittarius stellium. So when any of you that may know about the stelliums, okay, especially if it's a Sagittarius stellium, to be specific. Now, the problem is when you, like, for instance, if you're a water sign, you know, sometimes you don't want to be confrontational. You don't want to really, you know, accuse or do anything to like make the person feel uncomfortable about it, right? So with me is that I can't, if I know somebody's doing something, I have to get to the bottom of it, whether a fight goes down or whether whatever. I'm willing to take the risk, see? So I would rather jump out there and just say, hey, man, just start dropping truth bombs, where it's like that's the archer sitting there throwing truth arrows at you. And these truth arrows are to what? Expose your hand, see? So I basically was like, yo, let me tell you something. Before I say what I'm about to say, this man decided to speak. See? As soon as I got ready to expose him, he replied. He said in the text message, he said, oh, I sent you the screenshot. Then he had the nerve to say, yo, we could even get a better piece done, but they want an extra 150. I'm like, what? Why every time you speak is always something to benefit you? Because we already know if we got scammed, you must have pocketed the money so that way you could go and get something that we're not going to get. But you're sitting there. The only time he speaks is when he needs money. See? So he's just using us for shared resources, which Scorpio often does. See? So that's why I said, I didn't even tell him no. See? So that's why I didn't tell him no, because I drew the illusion. See? I drew the illusion that, hey, I don't know what you're doing, Scorpio. See? So that way, like they said, when it comes to stealing, you can hover around, do everything, but as soon as your ass leaves out that front door, I'm on your ass. See? So that's the thing, like, you gotta be smart when you go around, Scorpio, because they've already, they already get on strong defense mode, because they know that, hey, it's either you or I. You know, it's gonna be some type of fight, there's gonna be some type of, altercation, because they want to pull you into that reaction so that they can ease their way into an excuse to avoid accountability. But what I did was I held him there, see? And I said, hey, he asked me a question, and I went indirect on him. I said, yo, when with the what's up with the chain, bro? I didn't say it like that, but I said, hey, I said, first, before we get to talking about extras, I said, first, what's the the update with the chain? And like, hey, is it gonna be done Friday? No, I didn't accuse him, but I held him accountable. See, and that's why me doing that, it made him in front of everybody. See, because everybody was like, hey, we all in the group talking. We're like, hey, and this was a text. I said, yo, when is it gonna be done? When is it gonna be done? I said he got 24 hours to respond or else. See? Because that, even if he tries to lie and say, oh man, I got locked up, or hey, I was at work, or he's gonna feel defensive and say, oh, you guys are attacking me, oh, you guys are coming for me, and hey, you guys don't trust me. See? So that's why I said, if he goes that direction, then we know for sure that he's full of shit. See? Now, when it comes to happy supermoon, Empress AA7. Let me see, welcome everybody just came in the room. I said the room, but hey, it feels like that. What's going on, James Hudson? What's going on, Misty? How y'all doing? I'm doing all right. Yeah, but like with me, Angel, like I say, I talk about the archetypes, and that's what I go by, and their differences and whatnot. So my channel is a little different. So basically, when it comes to a situation like this with Scorpio, I'm doing this live because Pisces, your intuition will tell you things, but you cannot apply your emotions to what your intuition is trying to show you and tell you, okay? Because sometimes you would think that, oh, you might feel bad for what your intuition is showing you. You might say, oh, damn, I might be coming off a little too rough, or hey, I might be, overdoing it, or not letting things, pan out. Because it's like, in so many words, you don't want your Scorpio friend to tip over. You don't want him to, go down for what he's doing. It's almost like you're still trying to save him. So that's why I said, like, you can't think like that. You got to let, hey, that's what if that needs to happen, that's what's going to happen. Now, those control tactics and those emotional tests is him trying to check the temperature, okay, through silence. Now, this is what he's, okay, so to be exact, what he's using is a psychological probing, see? And with this is, the intent is to what? Overwhelm Pisces empathy, see? So this is why when Scorpio pulls out that silent where they grab that pen out the grenade and throw it, and then, hey, it's the smoke screen, and it's like, what's going on? You can't hear, you can't, nothing. You're out of the loop, see? Now, I'm going to just expose the dark triggers, okay? I'm going to tell you why Scorpio is doing this when they do it. And Pisces, see, you feel it on 10 because you're absorbing. See, you're the cosmic sponge, so you are going to absorb everything that the Scorpio is doing, see? But you got to be careful because as you absorb, your boundaries must be set at the same time because otherwise you're going to get hurt, see? Now, the thing about it is when that Scorpio starts to, soon as he starts, putting on the defense mode, he's putting his armor on, that's when you know that he's going in full beast mode because he knows that he's already done something that he knows that is going to be chaotic. He knows there's going to be some type of war, some type of fight. So the craziest thing is it's unsettling, okay? You feel the undercurrents, but as a Pisces, you feel the energy shift within the whole peacefulness going, how can something be so peaceful just to go, 0 to 100 real quick? What happened? But that Scorpio had an agenda the whole time. You just didn't know that he was playing for keeps, see? Because that's the thing. You cannot just use empathy with Scorpio. You cannot be nice to them and just, hey, all friendly and glowy when you meet them because they're calculative, bro. They're how they say it? They're calculating the whole situation. It's like they're trying to see what they can get out of you. What can they take advantage? Can they, pull a fast one based off of your, maybe you're lonely or, hey, maybe you need a friend or maybe you need someone to talk to or, hey, maybe you're just too friendly. They'll take advantage of you in that aspect. Now, here's the thing. So a Pisces will snap, fam, and that's what it's going to take because, bro, you can't be quiet around no Scorpio, bro. We all have tried that. That doesn't work. See, you have to snap, fam. Whether you a snapping turtle, a swordfish, killer whale, billy goat. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, you have to snap because listen, if you don't, that Scorpio is going to think that they've, that they have the upper hand to leverage in the situation and they also think to themselves that, hey, this Pisces won't do anything. He hasn't shown me any strength. He hasn't shown me any power or any type of, authoritative, existence within himself. So they're going to try to push you because they don't feel anything. They don't feel any power coming off you because you're absorbing. You're still trying to feel sorry for the Scorpio through empathy. That's why you get overwhelmed because he knows that you're doing that. See? He knows he's trying to play off your empathy, play off your kindness. Now, here's the catch though. See, when a Pisces gets overwhelmed where they realize that the empathy is not appreciated, the Pisces will, like I say, this will trigger Pisces to go over the edge. See? Now, that's going to be done mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Now, here's the thing. A Pisces won't explode immediately. And this is why Scorpios can't fuck with Pisces. Because a Pisces is a type of person that is unpredictable to when they explode. It's like basically in a situation that, hey, maybe the Scorpio may, get too comfortable because he thinks he has this one done in the, he probably thinks that he has this one done in a nutshell. He might think that, hey, it's already, I got this one, I got this one sold up. So as soon as he gets too comfortable and he puts his sword down on the table and takes his armor off, that's when that Pisces just explodes, see? And it's almost like, what the hell just happened, see? So that's the thing, like a Pisces can just start Pisceing to where they just transform into a damn killer whale. And all of a sudden, now the Scorpio is scared because now they underestimated Pisces, see? Because that's the thing. A Pisces doesn't want to let people see that side of them in the first place. See, now I'm gonna tell you, when a Pisces absorb to the maximum capacity of what they can handle, oh, that goes from the processing, the filtering of emotions and feelings to what? To whether or not they want to forgive you for what you've been doing. Oh, this is why Scorpio can't fuck with Pisces, because a Pisces will wait. See, will wait to put belt to ass with Scorpio, because a Pisces will know when that Scorpio is vulnerable. See, because a Pisces can ignore you too. So that's what I've been doing, ignoring him too. And then all of a sudden, once he felt his own power, his own methods being used against him, he couldn't handle it, because we institutionalized over here. Institutionalized over here. So that's the thing. You can't out-silence somebody that is already born that way. Appreciate that, Tamika. You cannot you can't outshine the master. That's, if somebody owns a prison, or hey, you can't somebody that already is used to the silence, you cannot just come in there and just say, okay, I'm gonna once you try to pull a silent treatment on a Pisces, you're not gonna do yourself a service. You're doing yourself a disservice. It's not gonna work. And then on top of that, you're showing weakness, because now you're not communicating. See, what you saw, anytime you see a person that can't communicate, that's a weakness. See, you don't get, you might feel that you're getting by, or hey, pulling something slick, but a person that can't speak, that means that, oh, it shows that you're on a low vibration. See, now when it comes to even after you wait, Pisces, just understand one thing about Scorpio. They will keep pushing. See, they keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, and they push to a point where there's no room for you, Pisces, to think, to give yourself space to think about things. So when they probe and they try to get close and personal and try to bombard you with all kind of questioning and doing their little detective work that they like to do, even when it's their fault, right? So that's why you have to strategize. You have to wait, see, before you explode. Now, I'm gonna tell you that why I'm saying this could be because you have to use passive resistance, strategies and tactics when you're dealing with Scorpio. You have to, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's because those behaviors these ones that I'm about to tell you right now, if you fall for these, you will get hurt. And I'm gonna tell you, these are those psychological tactics that Scorpios use. Now, the very first one is they'll try to test your loyalty repeatedly. It's not just one rodeo that goes by. It's not like, oh, I trust you, right? No, even if you do something that, hey, you buy that Scorpio a chain, or hey, you put money on their books, or hey, you do something that will be considered loyalty to you, but to that Scorpio, he still doesn't believe you. It's like, hey man, I just bought you something to eat. I just did this for you. And that Scorpio still repeatedly just keeps on testing your loyalty. And it's like, this person still doesn't trust me, and I've done all these other things, right? So the next one is withholding affection. See, withholding affection. So that's the thing. A person could walk around with pride and say, oh, I don't need no help. But then you as a Pisces, when you start to absorb, you realize that the Scorpio needs the most help. See, out of everybody. But it's because they try to pride themselves and tell them, Their ego gets in the way. And then even if they're suffering, going through a rut, they will not show it or tell it because they don't want they don't not want to be vulnerable. See, because at that point, that's when they lose control and it's out of their reach. Now, the next one is the silent treatment. Now, the silent treatment is a game. It's a mind game. It's narcissistic work in itself. But there's a difference between silence and quietness and peacefulness versus the silent treatment. It's a difference. When Pisces uses silence, it's not a silent treatment. It's called, I'm done. I'm done. See? I'm done. The cycle has ended. There ain't no back and forth. There ain't no, I'm going to be quiet for a while, then I'm going to start talking to you on Friday. No. When the Pisces go quiet, it's done. It's over with. See? So that playing the little childish game, it's not going to work with Pisces, because a Pisces knows that the extremes of which a Pisces will go through a situation, you won't be able to handle it, fam. You will need that Pisces to save you out of it, which ain't going to happen, see, because you put yourself in it. So there ain't going to be no life jacket. There ain't going to be nothing for you to float. You going to drown. See, you going to drown in that silence, because a Pisces knows that the very thing that you project is also your weakness. It's cold-blooded. Sometimes people often do the very thing where they're insecure. See? And a lot of times when people project you, that's where is all of that stuff coming from? When they project onto you, it's coming from their subconscious. See? So they think that it works on everybody. That, oh, that's the thing. He feels like, oh, he knows he can't handle being in the dark. He can't handle the very thing that he projects. See, he's afraid of shit if somebody were to ignore him. See, so that's why he tries to use it and project it, but it's because it's coming from his subconscious. See, Pisces absorb everything from a person, and guess what? Subconsciously, unconsciously. See, so that's because a Pisces is fully aware of your behavior, and it's attached to what? Your subconscious. So that's why when you project, a Pisces already knows that you're coming from a low vibration. You're coming from a place of hurt. Hurt people. See? So that if a Pisces know, oh, I didn't do nothing to you, you were already wounded, sir. See? You just saw me as a target because you knew that I was more what? More mature about it. I had more power. I had more self-control than you. See? So that's the thing. You got to understand that Freddy Krueger energy trying to pull you down to the pits of hell, pull you down to that low vibration because you're doing too much. You're outshining the Scorpio. See? That's the thing. There was a situation with Leo and Scorpio. And you want to know why the Scorpio hated the Leo so much? And he hadn't even like met him, hung out with him. Off the rip, he was envious that all the attention that this Leo would get. See? And he wanted that attention for himself. It's cold-blooded. See? He wanted the same attention that the Leo would get, because why? It's a powerful situation. See? Because it carries an audience. And Scorpios, they want that. They want that power so bad. And they hate to see somebody else getting that. See? So now, another thing is emotional interrogation. See? A Scorpio will wait, because listen, he wants to sting you so that way you will become what? Because it's venom in the stinger that, like I say, when he stings you, there's venom. So a lot of times you might be hurt by what he did, and it lingers. It's not something that goes away instantly. Now, why I say that is because he will trigger you in an emotional way that what results in a huge reaction that matches what his intensity. See, so as soon as he knows that, oh, that hurt, oh, he knows he didn't set you off. Now you just fell for his game. You just fell right for the very thing, the very energized situation to his highest intensity. He knows that he got you. See, now you just start what? Doing what the prey of a spider starts to do. You start to what? Move, squirm, and become what? Emotional. See, and that's what fuels him. He feeds off your dissatisfaction. See, because he wants to feel as though he's in control. These are all control tactics that he uses. The next thing he uses is power struggles. See, he gets upset, and then he wants to what? Become silent because he realizes that, oh, other people have more power and influence than he has. See? So another thing is that, see how his subconscious robs him of his peace? He can't relax because he's too focused on what other people are getting. See, he wants the power of the whole struggle, the whole situation. He wants to run things. And see, another thing that he does is with Pisces is he tries to make Pisces prove themselves. That's a mind game right there. But he will dangle the carrot, and then all of a sudden he'll try to make you prove yourself, Pisces. See? Why should I make you manager? If a Scorpio is your boss, he would do some stuff that's like, bro, either you gonna give me the job or you gonna give me the promotion or you not, bro. I'm not finna do all this extra shit. See? Because a Scorpio, he would do things like that. Why should I hire you? Or, hey, why should I give you a promotion? And especially when you're a Pisces, because he wants to control you, have his foot on your neck. And see, another thing too, he could play the victim, where everybody's coming after me to avoid accountability. See? Now, the next thing he could do is twist his word. He could twist words, where when you do something, he could make it seem like, oh, he told you that you didn't have to give it. Oh yeah, I didn't say that you had to give me the money for the chain. Oh, you didn't have to give me so much. I was just thinking you give me $20. I didn't think you was gonna give me $150. Hey, that wasn't something that I asked for. So he can avoid accountability. See, next thing, emotional surveillance. He's always watching. Even if he's quiet, even if he's pulling the silent treatment, he's always stalking, lurking, sniffing. He's always on the prowl. He's always keeping tabs and keeping score. So that's how you know that the difference between silence and the silent treatment. See, because when Pisces ignore you and Pisces is silent, that's because a Pisces is done with your ass. See, so a Pisces, they ain't watching shit because they ain't coming back. You will continue to you wonder why people keep looking for the fish and realize that it never came back. People, that's the difference. A Pisces is not being narcissistic. A Pisces is saying, look, man, I'm done, bro. We ain't got nothing to talk about. Just move on. See, I'm not going to change my mind. No, you had a chance and you blew it. It's over with. So that's the thing. Scorpio, they want to see you squirm. They want to see you, this is what Scorpio like to do. They like to set traps. So when a Scorpio sets a trap, it's just like a spider that creates a web, see? And you don't even know the spider is creating a web to catch you just to watch you squirm, just to watch you, feel stuck into something that they started to get a reaction, see? To get a reaction. Now, another thing, oftentimes I say a Scorpio oftentimes asks for things. This is another way to watch and gauge the fact that, you could possibly get scammed. A lot of times they ask for, help, ask for, somebody to put in on something. Hey, can I have this? Can I get this? You just got to say no. You got to put the boundary in motion. Now, the next thing I have is creativity, insecurity. creating insecurities. See, now, when I say creating insecurities, because it's coming from the subconscious, their subconscious. There's a lot of darkness in their subconscious. So creating insecurity, it starts with them and then they project it onto you. See? So all of a sudden you start feeling insecure because it's, oh, the Scorpio's ignoring you. See? You start feeling like, oh, well, damn, you know, I must have pissed them off. I must have did something. What did I do? Like, hey, you know, because you sometimes the silence is like, it makes you feel like you've done something, see, to upset the person that's ignoring you. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to the, you know, energetically and the emotional pressure behind it, the fact is that, see, Scorpio got triggered first for them to even start to ignore. For them to ignore you, all of a sudden means that they got triggered. See? And the very first thing is jealousy. Oh, you got to hanging with some. Oh, see, the fear of what most Scorpios fear is being replaced. That is the number one thing on their list, fear of loss. See, because fear of loss coincides with what? Failure and what? Being replaced, loss of power, loss of control, loss of influence. See? And loss of what? Future plans. Now, hold on, y'all. This is irritating me with these calls, bro. Yeah, so yeah, when it comes to the next thing is okay, so the next thing, you guys, is that jealousy. Okay, so jealousy, this is a lot of times Scorpios all the time, they get jealous, and they get jealous secretly. See, they ain't gonna never tell you, oh, I got jealous when you was talking to, you know, you ended up, you were with your girlfriend, and hey, they ain't gonna tell you that because they don't want us. You see, now you get to see just how vulnerable they are. You get to see exactly, if that would make you so damn jealous to see somebody with their girlfriend going somewhere that you probably never been. You it's like they think that they're entitled, or they think that, oh, you know, hey, you can't do that. You see? So when it comes to the next thing is the fact that so the jealousy is masked as what? It's masked as concern. See? So you got to be careful with Scorpio trying to be slick, because they'll try to mask how they feel, and it kind of goes into a contradiction, because hey, aren't you the one that goes around checking to see if people have a mask on or not? But you, but it's okay for you to put one on to hide how you feel. Okay. And that's really the biggest difference between Pisces and Scorpio in the first place. Scorpio wants to hide how they feel with the mask. See? So that's the thing, that you cannot go off of the current emotion that they show you, thinking that, oh yeah, this Scorpio's in a good mood, or hey, seems like a good person, because that could be a facade. The poker face is the facade, but it's not stronger than the illusion. See? Because Tim, if it was just about a facade and Tim and his crew saw something that didn't feel right, they wouldn't even start digging. See that difference? But if a person draws the illusion, it looks promising. It looks like, hey, we might just get some gold. Let's start digging right now, because we could possibly just start, and then we might just get it, you know, just like that, with no effort, with no, you know, no work involved. See? So that's the difference between the illusion and the facade. And the facade, it oftentimes, you got to be really, really dumb to fall for the facade of anything, fam. See? That in the facade is so easily spotted. That's the person, like, for example, you go to a car lot and you know that you probably are, you may or may not be ready to buy a car, but because that salesman runs out the front door, bolts towards you, and he's just like, you know, talking real fast, and he's like, yo, I got this car for you, let's come inside. Next thing you know, he's acting so friendly and so, you know, chipper and giddy, and it's like, this man's really trying to sell you a car, right? Trying to put you in something that probably is expensive, out of your budget, or hey, you're just trying to talk you into buying something, but he's wearing a mask. He's wearing a mask because little do you know, he gets a commission. See, it's like all these things you can't see, but if you fall for that, it's like, bro, he just sold you a car that you wasn't even looking to go buy, fam. See, you just let him just get you like that. Now, people can have that same energy and not be a car salesman. See, somebody just fast talk you into, hey, doing something that you weren't planning to do, but you felt like, oh, this person was nice. They, you know, hey, you like the way they were talking to you, so you fell for it. You fell for the mask that they were wearing. That's the facade. See, because anybody that goes to work, they're not going to show who they really are. So they're going to try to play the role. See, that's why you get customer service. You go to McDonald's, the people that give you good customer service are really the ones that's putting on a facade. They're not really that damn friendly. See, they just know that, hey, they have a fear of you reporting them if they just be who they are on the job. So that's the thing. People that go out of their way means that, hey, they're afraid of something. They're fearful, you know, they have a fearfulness within their character, and hey, subconsciously they feel like, hey, I don't want to be reported for, hey, having an attitude, so I better overdo it. Now, the next thing is passive aggressiveness. Definitely. You see, a lot of these things, they really coincide with what? They really coincide with weakness, with vulnerability. See, passive aggressive. What do you know, that's the way that a Scorpio fights. See, they don't like to have their what? They do not like to have something behind them. See, they want to sit far away in the back so they can really see everything that's going on, right? Passive aggressiveness, they really just can't stand, you know, they're not going to be upfront and direct with how they feel, what's bothering them. No. So the very thing that also is a problem is possessiveness. See, and this is what creates jealousy, because when you think something is yours, you think that, oh, it's only yours, right? Scorpio feels like that. They feel like, oh, if you're my friend, you can't have any other friends. Oh, you know, and if you're dating them, you can only imagine. See, they can get so angry and abusive with the women that they date because they can't take it to see another man say, hey, good morning. And, you know, his girl says hello or something. That could really set off a Scorpio. And that could actually just be a normal thing to just say hello to someone you walk past. But Scorpio could take it like personal. See, because they don't want you talking to other people. They don't even want you getting to know new people because they have that fear of being replaced. See, now the next thing is emotional dominance. Okay. Now, why am I saying this? And this is a fucking annoying thing that I can't stand about Scorpios, because it's stupid, petty. When you tell a Scorpio something that happened to you, see, you might explain to them that, hey, you know, I got on the bus and hey, the bus driver ended up stopping and made me late for work. Like, you know, if you share any type of emotions with Scorpio tries to dominate the whole emotional situation with you and them, And they will undermine your emotions regarding anything you tell them, because they feel that their experiences are way, better than yours. See? So like if you, and I mean, for example, is they will feel like, oh, they'll hear you say something and won't give you no type of feedback, no type of like, hey man, that was wrong. Damn, bro, that happened to you. They will literally say, oh, guess what happened to me? You see how they just try to one up you that quick? Oh, guess what happened to me? They want their emotions and feelings to override yours every single time. Every single time. Like it's almost like a battle for what? Who has the most emotional experience, right? So they will undermine yours and what happened to you just to cut you off and say, hey, guess what happened to me? See? Or they would totally just ignore the whole emotional conversation altogether because of fear of vulnerability. See? They don't want you to really find out how they really feel, because they know that you possibly might figure them out. The facade won't work. And they have less likely to what? They will be less likely to sting you. Now, the next thing is they can start guilt tripping you. See? And this could cause what? Emotional pressure. Energetically. So you have to be careful, because a Pisces, the last thing they want to feel is any type of emotional pressure. See? And this could be done by what? Scorpio can give you intense stares, looking you like mugging you straight up in the face, probing, asking you weird ass questions and stuff that you probably wouldn't tell anyone. You got to be very careful with Scorpio, because they feel entitled to those things. See? So it's like you have to set the boundaries of saying, no, that's none of your business. No, I'm not giving you any money. No, I'm not, borrowing you anything. No, you have to, that's how you have to be. Now, another thing too is that they always want to know all your goddamn business, but don't want to tell you nothing about them. See? Very self-serving when it comes to Scorpio, because Scorpio, they're constantly reading Pisces. See? And they can't keep up because they forget that it's two fish, not just one, see, that they're dealing with in the first place. And on top of that, when they're reading Pisces, the whole time they're not revealing themselves. See, this is like you playing a game of spades, but the other player, it's his turn and he's not putting any cards down. See? And then he's holding up everybody and everybody's like, yo, it's your turn, go. And he's just sitting up there acting like, oh, like you guys are, non-existent, like he's playing a game to himself. See? So you have to be careful with Scorpio, because if a person would be that damn, locked up, not locked in subconsciously, could you can only imagine. It's your turn, man, go. And then all of a sudden somebody gets triggered and then they react. Flip the table over. Fuck it. The game over, man. I'm done. I'm leaving. See how the Scorpio started it? He gaslit that whole situation, lit that match, and now he got everybody just mad and upset because that's how he felt. See? You got to be careful, because he does it. This is him transmuting the energy and using it as a weapon towards everybody. So instead of just saying like, yo, I ain't playing this game, I'll watch though, he will feel vulnerable there. That's why he won't do that. But what he will do is he won't say anything or do anything when he should do something, because because it is his turn. He would take advantage. He would use that as an opportunity to hurt you. See? Now, the next thing is control through silence. Remember, it's beyond Machiavellian type of tactics and traits that they use. These are considered the worst ones, okay? So trying to control you through silence, the longer the silence, that means that is the most desperate thing that they're really trying to do to you, is control you, man. See? Because what does that do? If you if you was with somebody neck and neck, or you guys were just, homeboys, whether, you could have been friends with that colleague or a colleague of theirs, when you talk to somebody every day, only to what? A month later, they just do something different towards you, with you. They're not the same anymore. Now, all of a sudden, they start to what? They stop talking to you. See? Pisces will feel the energy shift when this happens and know that, hey, I can't trust this person. I gotta watch out now, because that person was doing one thing, but now they're doing something else. See? And that's what we call the illusion. See? And that's the thing, like, you don't know what you're actually seeing until you get closer to it and realize that, oh, maybe I should have, detoured sooner, because the illusion, once Tim and his crew started digging, they didn't realize that, we're not, it wasn't what they thought. See, it was like, damn, we already dug a hole for ourselves. We thought we were getting to something, but we pretty much, we wasted our time. See, and it's too late, because now if you dig a hole for yourself, you lost focus. You didn't even realize you had no way out. See? So you can only imagine. Now, when it comes to the emotions, why I said that everything is heavy with Scorpio, right? Very intense. It's done on purpose. I'm gonna tell you why. They would definitely use emotional intimidation. See? And I'm going to tell you, even after I got him to reply, he started saying, his words were so intense to where he was like, oh, I'm not the person that's making, he started saying all this smart ass shit like, oh, I'm not the person that's making the chain. Like, I can't speed it up. I can't make him do anything, like instead of him saying it in a cordial way, neutral, he started saying it with more emotion, to where he's trying to what? Emotionally intimidate me. See, if you ask a person a simple question and they just blow up on you, you can see how a person will be afraid to ever ask that person something again, because now they have given that person the full control. See, because now if that person gives you the full control, what will happen to the other to the person that gave them the right in the first place, because of fear? See, because that's what people do when they're afraid of you. They surrender. So all of a sudden they give you the control over them. See, because they're afraid of you. And that's why if a kid, for those of you that are parents, if you have a kid and he asks his dad for, hey, let's go get a toy or a movie or something, and he yells and says, no, I'm not taking you. No, ask your mom or something. That kid will feel the emotions and become what? Intimidated by his father's emotions, to where he won't want to ask his dad for anything all of a sudden. The kid will say, oh, I want a toy. And that's why kids become manipulative. See, early. Once they realize that, oh, if I ask my dad for something, he's going to yell at me, right? Now, he uses that that same way I said it to you guys. He says to his brother, to his sister, to his friend, and say, oh, every time I ask him, he yells at me. So maybe if you ask him, he might let us go. That's manipulation, but it's not. That kid doesn't know that he's doing it when he's doing it until it becomes a habit. See, and once he gets good at it, if you don't stop him when he's early, he gets real good at it. He'll be like, hey man, hey, I want this girl to come over, but hey, say that it's your sister. See, like, hey, can my sister come? Hey, my sister come with us? Yeah, okay, yeah, hell yeah, she come over and spend the night. Yeah, okay. And little do they know, it's not dude's sister. It's a chick that he's trying to smash or whatnot. So that's the thing when people know, and that's the thing you gotta watch, because Pisces does the same thing. Pisces like, okay, damn, you blew up on me. So now I don't want to ask you anything anymore. See? And I'm going to use it against you, but now I'm not going to use it against you where you can actually see it. See? I'm going to draw the illusion that, oh, me and him went to what? We went and bought a car, and then, hey, we left you out of the loop. But we went on, you know, hey, we went out and kicked it and went to the strip club. We didn't invite you because the Pisces would be like, man, last time I asked for a soda, you blew up on me. Cold-blooded, see? That we call that leaving a bomb. That's a trap right there, see? Now it's like, oh, what is the Scorpio gonna say? I didn't yell at you, man. That ain't what I meant. That's not what I said. You try to twist their words, see? Because they want you to feel guilty. They want you to feel like, oh, you were wrong for going without me, see? So that's the thing why you, sometimes when you set those bombs, it's not like I'm not saying a physical bomb. I'm saying a bomb where it's an emotional trap to basically the Scorpio, it will literally disarm him. He would get confused and say, wait a minute, when did I blow up on you? Like, I asked you for a soda, bro, you blew up on me. So, hey, that's the reason why we left you out. But it really wasn't the truth. But because the Pisces, he can bend the truth because why? Through alchemy. It's cold-blooded. A Pisces can bend the truth, and all of a sudden, a person will really feel bad. See? Because it's see, Pisces like this. You could take a little bit of seasoning. See? You could take a little bit of fairy dust, add a little bit of magic, and then, hey, you could take a big-ass spatula and turn it, whip it around, and then, hey, pour it into a cup, put it in the freezer, and guess what? All of a sudden, the Pisces has what? Made something, created something that was never created or used before. And you won't know how that Pisces put that situation together because it would look like, hey, man, a scientist made this shit. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Damn, man, you made this, bro. I didn't know you did this. Because they use alchemy, see? Transform the situation. With the resources that they had, anything that was tangible, or hey, it could just been some information. If they get a little information, then all of a sudden they can make something of it. All of a sudden, they can make that Scorpio feel bad. He falls right into the quicksand. See, he didn't even know he was even standing on quicksand the whole time. The minute why he's sitting there trying to defend himself, he's sinking. See? That's the thing. Like, you don't understand. The worst Pisces in the world is the one that dissolves all boundaries. See? That's a dangerous ass Pisces. That's the one you don't want to be playing around with, fam. Because also dissolving you means that what? He's not afraid to put you in the dirt. And hey, you can wait in line with the rest of them that's waiting to meet the creator. See? So that's the thing. You don't want to play with Pisces in such a way where you get yourself caught up in no boundary, nothing to hold on to because, oh, you're sitting up there trying to grasp for something to hold on to and it's not there, fam. What looks like, if you see, the funny thing about it is that even though it looks like you can hold on to something, you're surrounded by illusions, man. When you're messing around with a Pisces, you're surrounded by so many fucking illusions. Everything looks like something to save your ass, and it's not there, fam. Nothing's gonna save you. Yeah, it looks like, oh, I can hold myself up on that little latch, but no. That's not gonna work, bro. You're gonna drown no matter what you think. Hey, you cannot outthink a Pisces. You cannot. Pisces has traps. Listen, man, look, do research on the fish, bro. Do the research on the fish. See? And just see how smart a fish is. Do you know, let me tell you how powerful a fucking fish is, bro. Listen, they had these fishermen. They went fishing, right? They pulled the damn fish. They pulled him out of the water, out of his element. And they thought he was dead. Do you know that was the illusion, bro. Listen, the illusion was the fish were dead. Once you go fishing, you pull them out of the water. But bro, they still are moving. They're just not talking, but they're still moving. They're not even and this is the thing. The illusion is that even if the fish stops moving for 5 minutes and you're taking the bait out of his mouth, you're sitting up there trying to figure out what you're going to do with him. And then you put your fingers in his mouth thinking, hey, I'm about to, see if I got all my bait out of his mouth, only to have your whole hand fucking chomped off. That man got his whole hand chopped. Boom! That fish just locked onto his hand and tore his hand off because he fell for the illusion. He thought he was dead because he stopped moving for 5 fucking minutes. You just went in his mouth thinking, oh, I could run my fingers all down his mouth and his tongue and shit. There ain't nothing gonna happen. No. See? See how I said you walk into the mouth of a killer whale and think that, oh, I better go back. Hey, you don't have no time to react, bro. You should have never even thought you could do that. See? And that's what happens to that's what happens to the rest of them. Oh man, damn, I shouldn't have done that to that Pisces, bro. Damn, I should have never even went over there. That's why I said with John Wayne Gacy, all his victims were cooked. Once they went along with his plan, once they fell for the illusion, he had already dissolved all their boundaries. There was no escape for his victims. So that tells you if they went along with his plan, John Wayne Gacy, he dissolved all the boundaries of all the possibilities of them getting away. See, that's why I said being a prisoner of what? The past, lives. Why was there so many prisoners? Because there was no way of escape. What you gonna do? Oh man, if you become a prisoner, what do you think your choices are? What do you think? No, you don't have no freaking mind. Physically you have a brain, but you can't use it if you're in the custody of a Pisces. Because see, what it looks like is I'm in the custody of this Pisces, right? No. You are in an asylum, bro. You don't even know where you're going. See, it might feel like you're in custody, but your ass is really in an asylum. See? And you're getting what? Put away. This is not, put away for how long, Pisces? No, you're going to get put away for quite some time. Now, the next thing is testing limits without communication. Now, this is the biggest thing. When you dealing with Scorpio, they will go quiet, and these are the things that they're checking. See, they're checking your temperature. Think of the janitor that walks around. He goes and tries to check the power because, there's a power outage. So he goes and checks 2 things to make sure the power is running. That's what Scorpio does. He goes silent. Now he's trying to do the little sneaky janitor, work. He's trying to go around checking the toilets, going around checking the piping. So when he goes quiet, he's still there. It's cold-blooded. See, the very thing what he wants you to think. He wants you to think that he's not studying y'all, that he's not paying attention. See? He's hiding that. He's hiding the fact that He's paying attention more. It's cold-blooded because he is obsessed with control, man. See? Then he shows himself again, and then that's when you hear him say, hey, man, if we get 100, 150 more, we can get yellow diamonds. He's doing that because he's trying to check that, hey, while I was gone and while I was what? Absent from you guys, I want to see just how vulnerable you guys are. If I can get 150 out of you guys to put yellow diamonds on my chain, that's going to benefit me. I just want to see, when I ignored you guys long enough, hey, are one of you guys going to kiss my ass? You see that? So that's the thing. Like, people don't realize what he's doing when he's doing so, because he's going to always gauge and check your temperature to see if he can manipulate you, if he can control you. He ignored you long enough because he thinks that you're longing for a response, chasing answers. So that's why I said, when he's doing this, that's because he really wants the control. He really wants it so bad. And what did I say? Tim and his crew wanted the gold so bad. See? That they lost their lives looking for it. See? And never found it. When you want something so bad, do not go after no freaking Pisces, bro. Because that Pisces will look... Pisces, listen, when you look at a Pisces, what do you see? Right? When you take that, what I just said, think about that. What do you see? Because listen, if you think for one chance that Pisces is, oh, you're going to get something for free, get something easy, get some type of like, you think you're going to take advantage? No, you're not, fam. You're going to end up losing yourself. See? Because you're going to start probing, you're going to start you're up close and personal, and then all of a sudden it's too late. See? You already are preparing yourself to be a prisoner in that Pisces custody. See? Because you went looking for trouble, and the Pisces said, come on. Yeah, come on, bro. And how this looks is that a Pisces is telling you to come closer while still doing two things at the same damn time, two different things at the same time, as a Pisces is saying, come on, man, come on. And the Scorpio takes two steps forward, the Pisces is taking 3 steps back. And he keeps doing this. Come on, bro. The Scorpio takes 2 steps forward, the Pisces takes 3 steps back. Come on, bro. The Scorpio takes 2 steps forward, the Pisces says, wait a minute. I'm getting to the edge. There's nothing to stand on. The Scorpio thinks that, oh, I got the Pisces now, I'm about to get the reward. The minute he goes reaching for the prize, he falls flat on his fucking neck. Because he didn't look down and see that there was no boundaries. See? The boundary is what saves you. The boundary helps you get to point A to point B. The boundary is what you stand on to get the damn reward. But Scorpio, you cannot outsmart a Pisces. See? The Pisces will manipulate you. Make you feel like, oh, you're gonna get the advantage. See? And you get too comfortable, Scorpio. You think, oh, this is a sucker. I could take advantage of him. The Pisces made you feel like. The Pisces made you feel confident. The Pisces made you feel like you won already. The Pisces made you feel real good. Because he's doing this. Come on, Scorpio. Come on, man. I ain't gonna hurt you. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. And you keep on walking up, and you keep thinking that the Pisces is your friend and saying, okay, hey, I'm gonna take 2 steps forward. Boom. Little do you know, the Pisces is literally having you focus on one thing. Getting what you wanted. But you do not look at you don't look at the whole picture, bro. The whole picture. And you are too freaking sure that you're just going to be able to just walk up and put the ball in the hoop. No, it's not, bro. You don't see that. See, from different angles, you don't see the illusions. That the illusions is that, oh, the illusions keep you from getting what you want. See that? Dissolving all boundaries mean that, hey, you'll never get it. See? And the Pisces sees every single boundary. See, you just don't know that they are there. That's cold-blooded. Because subconsciously, Pisces are protected. See, spiritually. So even if you do something to hurt that Pisces, guess what? The boundaries are dissolved. Your ass will, bro, karma will interfere. I'm telling you. You could be sitting up all night talking about, oh man, I'm finna take this Pisces out. I'm finna go slide on his shit. I'm finna go whip his ass. I'm finna do something. No, you're not. Bro. People be saying Mother Nature. No, there ain't no Mother Nature, bro. You gonna mess around and something gonna happen to you to where you gonna end up falling flat on your damn neck. Because you had something prepared for that Pisces, it backfired. See? I'm telling you, man. Now, why does Pisces snap? Okay, the whole reality of the situation, because a Pisces feels everything. See, that is the most powerful thing. Pisces feels everything. See. He can even feel an erection. He can even feel an erection coming up, man. You know, you never know. But here's the thing: Scorpios weaponize emotions. Could you see a person? Listen, you just use your imagination for 1 fucking second. If a Scorpio will weaponize any emotion, that means that he can transmute pain and use it against you. So what does that say? What does that mean? What does this mean? He is what? He is the master of what? Projection. How can you just try to hurt people because you're hurt? So you try to use that as a weapon to fight with. See? Because you're afraid of your own what? You are afraid of your own source. Because you are not strong enough. You don't feel strong enough to what? Have that power. Because you're insecure. You don't know how strong you are, Scorpio. That's why you sting. See? You sting and you don't even know why you're even targeting where you're what? Stinging. You're stinging out of fear. It's cold-blooded. You can't be strong and full of fear at the same damn time. It's either one or the other. It's cold-blooded. Now, next thing is Pisces explodes not out of anger. Why would a Pisces not explode out of anger? It's cold-blooded. See that? Because there's no power in it. You cannot use emotions to make a fucking decision. You can't. You will fall flat on your fucking neck if you use any emotions to do anything in life. Oh, I gotta go to college, man. I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. I haven't got no sleep. I'm not going to school. Nope. I'm a fucking dropout. I don't give a, nope. What sense would that make? Because you let your emotions get the best of you and you just fucking dropped out because, oh, I'm tired. See that? You don't use emotions to make decisions. No. Your emotions are for what? For feeling to knowing. See? That's it. From feeling something and saying, hey, okay, I know that I should do this. That's it. We use it as a compass. We don't use it to make decisions. Because there's no what? There's no clarity there. You could feel something and be wrong. That's why you don't want to say, oh, yeah, I feel this, and then, oh, think that that's right. You can't say, I feel, when your intuition is working, because your intuition is not what? It's not processed by emotions. It's not coming from you in the first place. Now, here's the thing. A Pisces knows better not to use emotions to do any what? Fighting with. But Scorpio weaponizes them. So you see the difference? It's cold-blooded. I'm going to tell you why. It's because Pisces has what? Self-defense. See, they have self-defenses. They don't need emotions to do so. If you have self-defense and you utilize self-defenses, if somebody punch you in the face, you punch them back. Common sense. You see how focused a Pisces is to where Scorpio is not? Because they're emotional. So who is more emotional? It's Scorpio. Not being able to let go. Damn, man, your brother called you a bitch. Oh, man, I hate him. Now you holding a grudge, Scorpio. Now you want revenge. Bro, let it go, bro. That's your brother. And your little sorry ass, you can't let it go because you're just so you're hurt. It's pathetic. You're hurt. You're really hurt and hot and bothered because dude called you a bitch. It's weakness because you're that damn vulnerable. You want everybody to like you. And the minute somebody doesn't, you're pissed. You get all insecure. And then you want to hurt that person because they made you feel worse than you already were. See, than you already were. Now, the thing about it is why Scorpio doesn't see it coming. See, your emotions blind you. There's a blur in your face. When you start using emotions, that's like taking a damn shower. See, you get water all in your face, you can't see. Now, a Scorpio doesn't see it coming because another thing, Scorpio assumes. See, when you deal with a Pisces, the worst thing you could do is assume that, because that is the same goddamn thing that Tim and his crew, they assumed that they were going to inherit something by digging in the first place. Who told them to start? If you assume, you make an ass out of what? You and me. That's why you don't use it. There is no reward. There's no benefit in doing so. Scorpio assumes that what? Pisces will always forgive them. That is the illusion. That's the illusion that, oh, the Pisces will always forgive me. I will always have a second chance. I will always be able to run it back. I told you guys, that is a Pisces saying, come here, Scorpio. And I'm taking 3 steps back and the Scorpio doesn't even know it. It's cold-blooded. He thinks that, he trusts Pisces 100% by nature. See? Because he sees the power in forgiveness and he doesn't have it. But he's jealous. When you get jealous, you already lost, bro. In any battle, you're never supposed to use jealousy. Jealousy, it becomes a disadvantage. It is a poison. See, that once it injects inside of you and you feel it, you feel that way, you will self-destruct on your own. No one has to hurt you because they already did. Why kick a dog while it's down? You don't have to. And see, the thing about it is, when Scorpio assumes that a Pisces will forgive them, Scorpio, you're setting yourself up, bro. Because Pisces knows that you're going to assume that, hey, a Pisces forgave me 10 times, ago, only to that one day that Pisces consumes your ass. You just walked into the mouth of a killer whale, bro. You didn't know, you really thought that Pisces on the 11th time was gonna forgive you. And you fell on your freaking neck. See? Because you can't, listen, you cannot go off of, oh, the Pisces forgave me the 10 times before this, so he will always forgive me. No, the Pisces has the illusion that, see, that you're falling, you're assuming that something will always be the same. And Pisces, they will always make you feel that way, but it's not that way. So who is not being what? Realistic? Who's not being realistic? Even if a Pisces did it 10 times before. Because a Pisces knows you're going to what? Destroy yourself. See? Because that's an illusion. You get so caught up in one thing, forgiveness, only to what? Get closer to that Pisces and realize, oh man, this Pisces is not the same as I thought he was. Hey, I was 12 feet away and I thought I saw something, but as I got closer, this looks like, hey, this looks like the executioner. This looks like somebody's that's gonna hurt me. No shit, Sherlock. Like, yeah, you better stop going by what you see and go by what you know. Because if you assume that you're gonna end up finding out the hard way. And thing about it too, is Scorpio underestimates Pisces' breaking point. Because Pisces doesn't have that, the whole, rage of Aries where it's like, hey, I'm about to, that it's time to fight, right? A Pisces is still the representative and he's behaving like a cop. He's like, yo, we need backup. Okay, so, hey, bro, calm down, bro. Calm down. Hey, man, hey, let's take a break, bro. Relax. Relax, man, relax. And even if a Pisces is saying relax, they're still drawing the illusion because you assume that, oh, he's all calm and, he's not, he doesn't seem aggressive. He doesn't seem like he'll bite me because he's not showing any signs of aggressiveness. That's an assumption, dude. You think, go back and ask the people that John Wayne Gacy killed and ask them, hey, man, what did you see when you looked at John Wayne Gacy? What led you over there? What led you to go along with his idea, his plan? Like, just tell me, man. That would never happen. See? That would never happen. You'll hear about it, but you ain't gonna never hear it from them. Because they knew it was too late. It was too late, bro. Once you fell for that, an illusion, do your research on illusions. Listen, people become addicted to illusions. See? That's like saying, oh, I'll go to the casino because it looks fun. It looks like everybody that goes to the casino, everybody has fun. Hey, you want to win something, and you don't even see the mouth of a damn demon through a portal that's pulling you in, because that's what people do with Pisces. Pisces is absorbing, but you don't see that. You see something that looks obtainable to you. You assume that, oh man, look at that. You don't even know what the Pisces is doing. The Pisces is absorbing everything. So when it catches your attention, everything that's inside of you that you don't like about yourself, that you hate about yourself, where do you think all that shit's coming from? It's coming from your subconscious. It's the ethers. It's the things that haven't took form yet, that haven't even flowed out of your goddamn mouth yet. So that's why you're hooked. Oh, but I thought that a person goes to the pier and puts bait on the hook to catch a fish. No. That is the illusion. Bro, if everybody could catch fish, then why would it be a damn license? Why you got to get a license? You go catch a fish. Do you really think that? Are you really sure that you're going to catch a fish? Or do you have to what? Or do you really have to, hey, if you get lucky, you might catch one, right? It's not promised that, oh, if I go fishing, I'm going to catch something instantly. No. Do your history on the fishers of men. All of them are doing the same shit as Tim. It looks easy. It looks like, oh, it's just something to do. No, it's not. But fish make you think that what? They make you think it's sweet. They make you think that, oh, it's something to do that's easy. See? It's something that's easy, and hey, all I gotta do is put the right bait and then I'll catch one. That's an assumption. There's a lot of kids that went fishing with dad and they're crying, dad, I didn't catch one. I didn't even catch one. I just got the goddamn bait. I just paid $50 for this shit and I didn't catch one. And see, when they do that, there's a lot of broken-hearted people out there that really thought they was going to catch some fish. And they don't catch one. Because the illusion. The illusion is why he's crying, because he really thought that he was going to catch one. See, he want to be just like dad, because dad only caught 2 in his whole, 50 years of fishing. That's not a good damn, it's not a good thing. You only caught 2 in 50 years? No. That's just how hard it is. And listen, I'm going to tell you another thing. It's not hard. The thing about it is, you assumed that you were going to catch one every single time. You assumed that, oh, everybody catches one. No. See that? You were drawn into the illusion, thinking you could. See? When it wasn't even what? It wasn't even realistic. It's not what you think. See? It wasn't even possible. So that's why I said you have to understand the possibilities first. Another thing is that Scorpio confuses silence for weakness. See? Now that's the thing. So this is the very thing that he thinks about Pisces is the same thing that destroys him. It's cold-blooded. See? Because when Pisces uses it, where is it coming from? The intuition. See? And the very thing is there's a difference between the silent treatment and silence from a Pisces. Let's not mix them together or confuse them. See? And remember I said, anything that, if you listen to your subconscious, it will take care of you, Pisces, every time. See? It's the sharpest of blades. It penetrates more than anything ever could. Now, when Pisces snaps, who will feel exposed first? Scorpio. Pisces snaps, it knocks the do-rag off your hair. It pulls your glasses off your face. When Pisces snap, your underwear drop to the floor. The every little thing that you got covering you comes off. All that shit's coming off. Your hair, your dreads, all that stuff is coming off. The real you is exposed. When a Pisces snaps, oh, it's like it's just like Adam and Eve. It's just like you just wrapped up in a leaf. It might be It might be a blunt leaf or something that, hey, you probably, somebody would have once rolled up a joint with, what they call them, zigzags or something. But you know what? I'm not funny, bro. I shouldn't even said that, bro. Please forgive me, y'all. That was bad. That was a bad joke with that type of, I don't even know why I said that, but yeah. Anyway, I think it was like Tarzan, he was wearing like that long leaf, but no, you know what? I'm gonna stop with that. We just gonna carry on, okay? But yeah, when it comes to the whole thing, bro, that threw me off. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That really threw me off. Let me get a drink real quick with that part. Let me get. All right, come on, let's go. When a Pisces snaps, all the things that cover you comes off. Everything about you that you using to cover up something is coming off. So everything is going to show itself for what it truly is, okay? Scorpio feels exposed. It's a reason why they feel it emotionally. See? The very thing that they thought was protecting them in the first place, oh, they realized that, oh, it wasn't doing shit the whole time. Now, let's talk about these boundaries of Pisces. As Pisces dissolves all boundaries. But why can't other people see yours, Pisces? And what must you do with boundaries? You have to stop absorbing unspoken tension. See? Because remember I said, when the Scorpio is ignoring you, it's not for you to respond to it. You must nod and say, oh, okay, cool. See? Because I already knew you was going to do that. That's how you should be. That's what you should think. Oh, I give you that. You could take a break. You don't have to talk to me for 3-4 days. That's cool. Now, here's the thing. Pisces, you have to call out behavior early. Hey, man, I see you haven't talked to anybody in 3 days. Are you okay? Anything you want to talk about? That's you enforcing the boundary. That's you showing the boundary. See? Because Scorpio doesn't see them unless you tell them they're there. And see, the thing about it is, don't emotionally babysit Scorpio. Are you okay, Scorpio? Oh, hey, everything all good? We still cool? No, don't do that. Do not emotionally babysit Scorpio. That is a trap. See? You cannot do this. You have to let the baby roll around in a playpen and not try to rescue it, talk to it. You just look, hey, just absent-minded. He can't go nowhere. See? He can't escape. He's in a playpen. He could run around, throw a tantrum, throw his belly flop on the floor, cry. All those little things that are tied to what? His heavy emotions that are tied to himself. Let him be. Let him cry. Let him throw his belly flop on the floor. Let him throw shit. Let him sit in there. But you got to understand, the boundary is still there because the boundary keeps him what? Accountable. See? Because people cry when they lose control, and that means that they're scraping and scrambling. They're trying to get it back. That's why your kids, they cry. That's why they belly flop, throw themselves on the floor, because they're trying to regain control. See? Now, another thing is that you have to detach without explaining why. See? If needed. Find something else to do. Talk to someone else. But do not feed into any energy that the Scorpio is showing you, because it's a trap. See? Now, protect your empathy. You do not have to continuously use your empathy. Because what would we call that? Oversharing what? Oversharing your empathy is going to drain you. You must preserve it. As a Pisces, your empathy is a resource for you. See? It's a resource for you, not for the Scorpio. Don't let them sit there and try to reel in your empathy and use it up as it were candy. See? Now, the next thing, why is Scorpio so vulnerable to negativity in the first place? Because they use it as a source of power. See? Why would a person be so magnetic, magnetic and tied to negativity? I'm going to tell you why. Scorpio absorbs their own shadow. See? If a Scorpio were to sit still, coming from a dark place, you wouldn't see it. But you want to know what's even more crazier and wicked? It's a reason why they go silent and coming from a dark place in the first place. Is because you don't see that they have a weapon. You don't even see their arsenal. You don't even see what they're about to do when they go still, when they go quiet. See, I'm gonna tell you, if you let that happen and you let them hold, because at that moment glance, that's when they're going to strike. Unchecked emotions, what do? They spiral inwardly. See? They spiral inwardly. So that's how you know that Scorpio is getting ready to launch a storm of attacks. See? Now here's the thing. When we reword it and we say attacks, we're saying what? We're really saying emotions. See? Now here's the thing. The trick of it all is one thing that doesn't work. And this is shut all astrologers' asses up, because Pisces, you are the cosmic mirror. And I'm going to tell you, what doesn't work on you is projection. And that is the number one go-to for Scorpio. It is their best weapon. See? That they use to hurt people. That is the number one target. Is sent and used by what? Projection. Projection does not work on mirrors. It's cold-blooded. Because that causes what? A reflection. A reflection of what? The subconscious. The subconscious shows how you really feel about yourself. See that? And here's the thing. The worst thing for Scorpio is exposure emotionally. It's cold-blooded. To know how they really feel, oh, they didn't want you to know that. Oh, you know how I'm really feeling? And I didn't tell you? Oh, I'm scared of you. Oh, I'm scared of you. How the hell you know that? Oh, now I got you now. Now who has the control now? Wardy. See that? And I'm going to tell you why. Because Pisces becomes the mirror when they are projected upon. Cold-blooded. When somebody is unloading, when somebody is unloading on you, Pisces, the mirror automatically comes out. See? Everything about you that you don't like about yourself, it comes out. And who feels it? Who feels it and who doesn't feel it? Because it ain't operating out of emotions with Pisces. Guess who's going to feel it the worst? Guess who's going to feel it the most? Scorpio. They're going to feel it. They're going to see it. So if you see your own darkness, then why do you go in the dark in the first place? Why do you go silent? Because you got seen. Motherfucker, you got seen. That's why you went ahead and went quiet and went silent. Your hand was shown. Want to know the funny thing? If you know a person subconsciously, you never have to meet them because you know them already. How long does it take to really fully get to know somebody? 10 or 20 seconds of meeting them. But some say, oh, for a lifetime. Because why? You're thinking like Tim. See, you're thinking like Tim. Because you assume that, it takes a lifetime to get to know somebody. No, it doesn't. You really subconsciously know someone, it takes 10 to 20 seconds to know if they're friend or foe. See, now here's the thing. When the mirror shows light exposes darkness. Now here's the thing that you guys can actually, food for thought. Pisces doesn't snap because they're weak. Now this is cold-blooded. They snap because they have been strong for too long. Hey. They've been strong for too long. So they gotta really just, they really just gotta step on you and show you who's the boss. You see, they really just gotta show you who's the boss. So it's like, hey, I already know I'm too strong, but hey, since you think I'm so weak, let me just show you real quick that if you can't even handle Scorpio, you can't even handle me snapping. See, that's the thing. You think I'm mad when I'm actually not mad, fam. So if I snap, come on, bro. I really gotta show you that I'm stronger than you because you let your emotions get the best of you. You ain't even going by what? You ain't even going by the subconscious. You're going by your emotions. You're being led by your emotions. That is weakness, my friend. That's vulnerability, one-on-one. On top of that, the next thing. Why do Scorpios go silent in the first place? I'm gonna tell you why. Because Scorpios, they shut down. Remember I said what I said, that the Walgreens is supposed to be open to what? Midnight. Why did it close early? Oh, somebody must have shut down. See, if a person shut down, then the whole store shuts down. See, it's a domino effect. So why did they shut down to begin with? Because they felt exposed. See, they felt exposed, betrayed, embarrassment. Hurt people. It's cold-blooded. If you're already hurt, you already lost. See? It's cold-blooded. You have no control if you let somebody put it like this. If you somebody hurts you and you let it hurt you, you already lost. But if somebody hurts you and you forgive them, you won. See? Because the one that holds what? The hurt and doesn't let go is hurt forever. See? You can't heal when you do that. That's why with Pisces saying what? Turn the other cheek. Now, who's the strongest? The one that turned the other cheek. Because he is not what? Bothered emotionally by what happened to him. See? Now, you want to know why? It's because of projection. He understands that projection, he was projected upon in the first place. That's why he forgives. See? Because it's pity. Remember Mr. T, he's a Pisces. He said what? Pity the fool. He didn't know no better. See that? That's why he pitied the fool. He's basically saying, oh, I feel sorry for you. You don't know. You don't know better. You don't really know, bro. You don't really know that, hey, you're a fool for what letting your emotions get the best of you. See? And when you say, oh, I need revenge, that makes you look even more smaller. See? Not powerful. Oh, I need revenge. You hurt me, and I'm gonna, hey, you hurt me, and hey, I need revenge. I need revenge. Ah. Because you, bro, when you say that and feel like that, you already lost, bro. It's over with. See? Revenge revenge comes from a person that really feels wounded by what you did. See? They're hurt. Now, when it comes to why Scorpios go silent, because of emotional self-protection. Oh, that means they've been wounded. See, instead of getting healed from it, they rather self-protect with it. How the hell are you gonna protect yourself through emotions? See, how are you gonna self-protect yourself with an emotion in the first place? It don't work like that. See, Scorpio shuts down when they feel exposed, betrayed, embarrassed, or emotionally unsafe. See, because they're so goddamn vulnerable. They're so vulnerable that what does it lead to? What does this mean? Because they are highly insecure. The person that needs the most control in the first place is because what? He has no self-control. See, you give him money to go do a task. He's so weak and influenced and just, he has no moral code to where, hey, my friends care about me to go use this money to get our chain. Oh, what does he do? He keeps it for himself. See? Because just because he can't think, he can't think logically and say, oh, you know, hey, this was for the chain. See that? Now, the thing about it is he thinks that silence equals armor. See? So what would you be protecting yourself from when you are what? Emotionally vexed. You're not protecting yourself. If you try to keep out, then what does that mean? You're trying to keep out, you're trying to keep people out from looking in. See? From looking inward. That's why you spiral out inwardly. See that? See, if a person closes the store early, as an example, because they shut down, they felt exposed, why would they shut down? Because the lights. Man, I'm telling y'all too much. I'm throwing y'all so many gems. He closes the store early because he doesn't want to be seen. What is he hiding? How he feels. And why? Because he's embarrassed. These are the emotions that he doesn't want you to know because he knows that you could use it against him. And he loses influence. He loses control because of how weak he is, how vulnerable he is. See, because if you let jealousy get the best of you, that means that just shows how vulnerable you were to it. See, and if you're not strong enough to snap out of it, oh, damn. You just used that word snap. Now I get it. Oh, snap out of it? Why does Pisces have to snap out of it just to get you out of it, Scorpio? Just to get you to burn off the bullshit, off the emotions off of you, off your mask. And then all of a sudden it's just what? It's just plastic. It never protected you from anything. See? Scorpio believes the mask protects them. See? They think that everything is in the mask. But now take that and actually think about that. See? Because they think that everything in the mask protects them from people actually seeing how they really feel, when it does nothing of that. See? And see, the thing about it is, people know why you wear a mask in the first place. To hide things. See? To hide things. And these things are what? Secrets. Is it secrets against others or secrets of what of the Scorpio? The secrets of the Scorpio. See, he doesn't want you to know things. And that type of person that tries to keep out from looking in, from people looking in, that's why he closes the store early. See? So that way when he turns the lights off, he doesn't want people to look through the window and say, hey, is he open? Is he open? He wants to still be looked at as what? He wants to still be looked at as the same way he projects himself to be. Power. Hey, you knew he was the man at the job. Boom. Oh yeah, that's the boss. But hey, nah, when he ain't feeling good, when he ain't feeling right, oh, he closed the store so people can't see his emotions. People can't see how he really feels. See that? So you gotta understand, when light exposes darkness. So if the store was to stay open and somebody saw him, they'll be able to see exactly how he feels. But he tries to throw you off. He tries to close the store early so that nobody can see anything from outside looking in. See that? That's why I tell people, if you live by neighbors, you look at every house on your block, and if you see that at a certain time all the lights go off, and what is that doing for you? If people are trying to keep out, what are they trying to keep you out from doing? Looking in. That doesn't mean they're asleep. That's just the illusion. See that? Because that way, if a person turn all the lights off, you would assume, oh, it's time to go to bed. No, that's the illusion. See, that's to keep you from looking inwardly. You got to understand that that's how people do. I'm telling y'all too much, man. I'm talking too much, telling all the gems. That's what the content is, though. See, and on top of that, when the next thing is power and control. See, this is another reason. This is another reason why Scorpios go quiet, because silence. What does it do for Scorpio? It basically helps them regain control over what? The whole emotional dynamic of a situation. They want you to feel the shift before they speak. See? So that's why it's for you to take it as a warning. That's why you know what they're doing when they're doing it. See? Now here's the thing. The next one is processing intensity. See? Remember I said that that just shows how intense they are when they go quiet all of a sudden. See? Now, what does this do? Scorpios feel too deeply to react fast. See? Because they want to make room to fight. They retreat to analyze every detail before what? Responding. See? That's how you know that. Remember I said they're very calculated when they come to a decision, whatever it is they want to do. And on top of that, they're doing this all the while testing loyalty. See, they watch who stays when they ignore. They watch who panics when they ignore, and who reveals their true intentions while the Scorpio is quiet. See how this is done on purpose? See this? Now watch this. Why do you think they're trying to target and see who's weak? See? I know a lot of y'all are going to say because he is, yes. But this is the thing. He wants to see who's going to break under pressure emotionally. And see who's weak and who really needs him. See this? because that's going to be the very person that he's going to hurt. That's going to be the person that he's going to use. But he has to go still. He has to shut down in order to what? See, hone in that emotion. He's trying to read emotions within others to use it for himself. Because his is what? He attracts negativity. He needs that. He needs it as gasoline to influence others. So isn't that using other people's emotions as weapons? Yes. See that? Now, the thing about it is, it's also punishment without words. See? So instead of yelling, the Scorpio withholds what? Access to him. That's why he goes quiet. The silence becomes the consequence. You see that? So it's like he's punishing you like Freddy Krueger tormenting. It's a tactic. Now, the next thing is the fact that why would he be doing all of this in the first place of going quiet? Because what is the one thing? The one thing that he's doing is he's avoiding vulnerability. See? Because talking means what? When you talk too much, what are you doing? You start to reveal your feelings. I'm throwing too many gems at y'all, bro. Hey, man, listen, bro. Ain't no astrologer. I'm not an astrologer, but I'm just saying, like, bro, this is what I'm telling y'all are gems, bro. Listen, if you ever want to see how a person, listen, if you ever want to put a magnifying glass, and I don't mean this literally, I mean this symbolically. If you want to put a magnifying glass on someone's feelings, what would you have to do so? I just told you guys, you have to what? Talk. You have to talk. So seeing somebody else talking too much, yapping, what would they reveal? Their feelings. Well, I just feel like, yeah, with such and such, and you know, I feel like it could have went this way. And you start to see how people feel because they're talking too much. They start yapping. See? And then also, the Scorpio, he's avoiding vulnerability because why? Instead of yelling, Scorpio, no. Instead of, okay, so when he avoids vulnerability, talking means revealing feelings, okay? And Scorpio only opens up when they feel 100% safe. See? This is cold-blooded, man, because that's the thing. That's why he stops talking. See? He doesn't want to appear vulnerable. So that's why he does so. He tries to regain control. See? And that's how you know, like, it's, if you really look at it like a little monster, right, that feels weak. So all of a sudden he goes through this process of, withdrawing, see, to where he's trying to hone in on energy. He's trying to hone in on what? Emotions from others to fuel himself, see? But he's going about it wrong. He's going about it in what way? Negatively, see? Now here's the thing. The next one is internal rage management. See, he knows that if he blows up, then he reveals the emotion. He will not want that because the emotion is gasoline. See, to the fire that is what? Inward. It is inward, and he doesn't want you to see it spiraling. See that? Because if you gauge it and say, oh, damn, if you gauge it just like a dashboard with your clusters of your vehicle, you will be able to see exactly what type of fuel that you will see what type of fuel he's using. Okay, is it unleaded or is emotional? So it's like, oh, it's emotional. So now you would know exactly how to put that fire out quickly. See, you would know exactly what to use. Now, do you see what I'm saying? Once you're able to see something, then you are able to identify it. See, for what it is. And here's the thing. Internal rage management, the silence is how the Scorpio prevents saying something that he can't take back. See, this is why he twists his words. This is why he twists your words when you say things. Because he knows that if he goes quiet, he can prevent saying something that he can't take back, okay? So that's why I said, once you pull the cat out of the bag, you cannot put the cat back. See, because you already did it. It's too late. The next thing is strategic observation. See, Scorpio is watching for patterns. See, he watches for patterns. He watches for tone changes and also emotional reactions. See, so he's gathering data as he's ignoring you. Now, the next thing is loss of trust. To ever know if a Scorpio has lost trust from you, is the fact that he goes quiet. See, once the trust cracks, the Scorpio retreats to what? Decide whether the bond is what? Salvageable. See, it's cold-blooded. Now, the next thing is the fact that he may use the emotional detachment, okay, and he could go along with this as a phase. See, so if the silence lasts too long, it's not a pause. Like I say, it's a withdrawal. See, now how long does a Scorpio stay quiet for? Hours to days. We know that. Processing emotions. Why does it take that long? Because he's processing emotions. Y'all notice that I left out his emotions. He's processing yours. It's cold-blooded. He's trying to make weapons out of your emotions. That's what Freddy Krueger did, the same shit, and it is just a different way. Now, I just exposed, man, they probably gonna hate me. I know they're gonna be in the chat and in comments just ripping on me, but I'm gonna just say stop scraping and scrambling like I always say, y'all. Because I know right now, a lot of Scorpios, I done shredded and blown off all they damn armor and all the little, the Rudy Poo candy asses of Scorpion nature has been exposed. So hey, what is the little thing that they say? Damn, I forgot how they said it, but yeah. So when it comes to the next thing is, how long does the Scorpio stay silent? From hours to days. This means that what? They're processing emotions, yours. From days to weeks, this means that they're testing, they're punishing you. You see the degrees? You see the degrees in different temperatures, different temperaments? Oh, temperaments. Oh, days to weeks. Oh, they're really testing? They're testing me? They're punishing me with it? Okay. Now, here's the thing. If it's extended beyond this, then this is emotional detachment or it's a permanent cutoff. See, now I just gave you all the different temperaments of why they go silent. Now, pertaining to how long. Now, what does that Scorpio silence mean? I'm going to decode. As you guys know, I am the Da Vinci Code of the zodiac. In case you didn't know. When a Scorpio silence, I'm going to tell you what it means. If it's a calm silence, this means that they are still thinking. See? They're not sure. You see how that being uncertain, you see how if you really look at it, it's almost like a insincere emotion. It's like oh, why are you holding back for so long, but you're doing it in a calm way? What are you thinking about? See, you can't make up your mind, or hey, you don't know if you should speak. That doesn't sound like a confident person. See, another thing, if you feel a cold silence, what does this mean? Where this one is out of nowhere. This is that all of a sudden. That means that they are hurt. They're wounded. See, you notice that the soldier on the front line, he was all active and talking, lollygagging, yapping. But hey, he got shot in his hip. He goes limping. He says, man down, man down, man down. Oh man, go check on Bobby. Bobby goes in the corner. He's wounded. He got shot in his I can't say, I ain't finna say all that, but he got shot. And then all of a sudden, he wraps, everybody's trying to rescue him, and they tied, tie up to stop the breathing. I mean, not the breathing, but stop the bleeding. So then all of a sudden, he goes quiet because he's wounded. See that? Hey man, Bobby, don't give out on me now, Bobby. Don't give out on me. Hey. Next thing you know, it's because, oh, he went quiet. See that? It was a cold quiet because everybody's used to him making noise, yapping. See? Now, the strategic silence. If this is done, this means that Scorpio is testing you. See? Because this means that they only do it at a certain time. Maybe it's 8 o'clock at night. Maybe it's always after they get off work, they ignore you. See that? And also, if you feel a total silence, what does this mean? This means that they're done. See? Now, why does the silence work for Scorpios? Is because Scorpio rules secrets. See that? With Pluto aspects and Mars with it, they rule secrets. They rule withholding information. See? Withholding, not telling you things. That's what we're talking about when we say secrets. Power, see? And psychological depth. And that's also pertaining to one's psyche, because you don't really know just how much that Scorpio has perceived of you, have gotten from you through information, through data, see, through studying you, watching you in that silence. So the silence keeps them unreadable. This is why they sit still. This is why they shut down and close the store early without anybody knowing, see, unless you're fully aware, see. Only way you are fully aware, because you absorb through what filter? Empathy. See that? Now, silence keeps them unreadable while other people reveal themselves. It's cold-blooded. And on top of that, the truth that a lot of people miss about Scorpio is that Scorpio isn't silent because they don't care. See? They're silent because they care too much. See? They care too much because why? It's emotional. They are emotional. Emotions are real, and emotions, listen, the more, put it like this, emotion is energy. What it means, I'm breaking it down to y'all. In case you didn't know, you probably do know it, but hey, I'll tell you anyway. The whole definition of emotion is energy and motion. See? So that means that no matter what the emotion is, there's energy behind it. See? Which causes it go in. It can go in any direction of how it's used. And it's done easier because it's energetically done. There's energy going in different directions pertaining to how one feels and how one uses it. See? So if a person is very emotional, that they definitely can do what I'm saying, okay? They could definitely, that means they care too much. That's why it's done so intensely, see? Now, once they do this, once they, like I say, them becoming silent, and hey, that's because they care too much. Or it can mean that they don't care at all, okay, anymore. They don't care anymore. So it's either one or the two. But the next thing is if any of you have Scorpio in the 12th house, okay? Because if you have Scorpio in the 12th house, what does this mean for you? See, you feel Scorpio silence before it even happens. See, this is cold-blooded. Because listen, whatever sign is in your 12th house is your enemy. See, it's your enemy. And a lot of people don't know this. And you pick up on so much hidden secrets, things that are underneath things. You pick up on, if you have Scorpio in the 12th house, you pick up on sneaky behavior. Let's like this. If something is like literally crawling, a spider or something is just lurking, you're going to catch it. See? And also people think you're sneaky. See? They think that you're doing something under the veil. They might accuse you of being a particular type of way, and you're like, I'm not like that. But you give that energy off. You give that energy off just like a Scorpio. See? So that's why you got to be careful, because you may also have a lot of enemies that are Scorpio, and they might be considered hidden enemies. See? So you have to be careful of that. Now, see, why is this? Because your intuition, it picks up the shifts before the words, okay? And it's before it picks up on the shifts before the words stop. See? Now, your sense of what when it comes to your senses, you sense the withdrawals energetically with Scorpio, from the tone change, the timing of it, and also the intentions of it. So you pick up just by you knowing that the Scorpio was talkative on Monday, cool on, hey, there was no ignoring. All of a sudden on Tuesday and Wednesday, you heard nothing. That will be you energetically being able to know the difference with the tone of the person's voice versus them not saying anything at all, and the whole sense of withdrawal. You're like, hey, I noticed the Scorpio didn't say anything to me. That's you basically picking up on that through your intuition. Now, the next thing is, that's why that's why Scorpio cannot easily hide from you, Pisces. See? Because your intuition exposes them. See? That's why you're the only sign that they cannot pull the wool over you. See? Because you always see them. You always feel them. See? Now, the intuition is always going to show you things that you can't see. So when this happens, if a spider is crawling, let's say a poisonous spider is crawling and it's literally about to come near you, your intuition will have you look in that direction, and then you'll kill it before it bites you, right? That's your intuition. See that? Because you didn't even know that spider was even coming. See? And they say the spiders are the most confident because they always come out from somewhere, somehow, and nobody knows why. So, hey, it's like, if that happens and you see it, how did you know? See? Your intuition showed you it. All of a sudden, you just looked over there. You didn't even know why you looked left or why you looked right, but you saw something that wasn't right. See? And it could save your life, or, hey, keep you from being stung, bitten by something that is what? That's bad for you, or something that has the wrong intent. Now, silent triggers what? I'm going to tell you guys the biggest gem. This is a huge gem, okay? There's power here now, okay? Pay close attention. What does silence do? Why does Pisces use silence? And why does Scorpio use silence? And I'm going to tell you why do people go to silence in the first place? Silence triggers your subconscious. See, if you ever notice when someone ignores you, you start to think subconsciously. You start to think of all the possibilities of why there's no movement anymore. And then you start to go to what changed. See? And what are you doing while all this is happening? You are silent. See? You're silent because that person is silent. And you're trying to understand why they are silent subconsciously. See that? So this allows you to hone in subconsciously of what you're trying to make. You're trying to make sense of what is currently happening or what happened. See that? And you have no idea. You have no pen or any pad. So the very things that you say is coming from your subconscious mind. See that? That's a gem. And on top of that, the 12th house, now this is powerful. The 12th house rules what? The subconscious. Hidden fears. Now you're going to see why Scorpio can't F with Pisces, okay? The 12th house rules the subconscious, hidden fears, psychic perception, and karmic memory. Cold-blooded. Pisces will help you to your karma quicker than any other sign could or can. See? That's the dangerous part, is that whatever you got coming towards you, and a Pisces is in the vicinity, in the environment, that Pisces will literally put you into a box, and you will never be able to open it. Get yourself out of it. See? Because, hey, if you got it coming and karma's like, yo, Pisces, I need you to get with this little Scorpio. I'm finna take him for a ride. See? All of a sudden, you're helping that Scorpio reach that point. See? Because they got it coming. Now, silence triggers your subconscious. That's the only way for a person to actually hone in on it, to actually see it, to feel it. See? That's where, if you notice that people that actually want to think about their future and think about what they want to do in life, it comes from a moment of silence. See, the only way you could talk to the past lives, the only way that you can actually communicate with the past lives and the people that once were here that have died is through a moment of silence. That's why you go to their gravesite. That's why when you sit there and you're quiet, you're subconsciously trying to what? Make sense of the memories that you had. And you communicate through the memories. Because listen, if you remember what you guys used to do, that's coming from your subconscious. See? So that's how you know that it's true. That it's like, oh, I remember whoever passed away because I still have the memories. See? So that's how you're able to communicate in the first place, through those memories. And you want to know the most powerful thing that people don't understand is through osmosis, is that sometimes the people that pass away come back in a different form, and you wonder why. Oh, you have such a beautiful bond with your cat or your dog. That person comes back. They come back as a dog. They come back as something that, hey, you thinking that, oh, it's just a pet. Oh, it's just a pet cat. But you don't even understand that, oh, that person that passed away came back. See? Came back. Now that person showed up in a different form. Oh, angels come in different forms. Yes. See? You wonder, see, you could get locked out of your car and all of a sudden an angel appears and it comes in the form of a guy that has a what? He has a way to open your car. You know, it's like, dang, you came just in time. Oh, you thought it was just a dude that just walked down the street. No, that was an angel. See that? And that's why I tell people, like, you cannot escape karma, fam, because karma comes in different forms, man. Your karma could come where a semi truck just comes and just rams you off the road out of nowhere because it was for you. See, when people pass away, what still works? Your memory. Listen, when you pass away, your senses are still there, man. See? You're just waiting for the angel of death to show up, to come get you. See? And it's like, yeah, you remember that you died, but you can't come back in the same form. It's cold-blooded. I just threw another gem at y'all. See? That's why it's called the afterlife. See? Now that's the thing. I ain't trying to scare y'all, but it's the truth. And see, when a Scorpio goes silent, it activates what? Deep internal processing. See? And this is the same type of processing that happens when you dream. It's cold-blooded. Where do your dreams come from? The subconscious. See? But you want to know what else? You want to know what else comes? Gut feelings. Scorpio, when they go silent, it activates deep internal processings, dreams, gut feelings, and emotional downloads. So they get emotional downloads from you. It's cold-blooded. See, and on top of that, this should make you understand their motives, see, instinctively. Because now you don't guess why they're silent. You know. So you know why they shut down early. You know why their store shut down early. See that? There's a difference. Subconsciously knowing that why it closed, and then consciously knowing why it closed. See that? Now, when you understand the motive instinctively, you know that person was hurt. See? Now you know why it was closed. Why did they shut down early? Now it goes from being uncertain to what? Certain, because of the subconscious. The subconscious has all the answers to life. You know that somebody was hurt. You know that, hey, that person what? Lost control? Fear of vulnerability? Test and loyalty. See that? That of which I mentioned is why the Scorpio goes silent. See that? Everything I mentioned is what? It comes from a low place. It comes from a low vibration. See? Every frequency has a different form of what lingers, what lurks. See? Now, when it comes to the next thing, even when others are what? Confused, you're already 5 steps ahead when you are operating out of the subconscious. See that? This is man, listen. This is why when a Pisces is confused, they still don't miss. See? Five people can be talking to a Pisces, and the Pisces could be confused, distracted, and the Pisces still will see that sniper on top of a roof. And they will see him first. See, they'll be the first one to see him, because the intuition would not let nothing sneak up on you, lie to you, fool you, put you in a box that you can't see through it, a store shutting down that you don't know why they did, why everybody else is saying, what happened? I need I need this, I need that. Why did they close early? Guess who knows? The Pisces. The Pisces knows. See? And that's why I said Scorpio, whenever Scorpio goes quiet, the Pisces already knows why. It's cold-blooded. See? And that's why Pisces is the last one that people be thinking that, oh, Pisces are weak, Pisces are this, Pisces are that. No, stop projecting, man, because you're weak. See that? And if you're weak, you will never know and understand what strong is really, what you would never know what strong really means, because you don't have it. See? You can't relate because you don't have it. You don't know what it feels like because you'll never. See? If you're coming from a low place and you're content there, that's the farthest that's the most you can handle. See? Now, even when others are confused, that's powerful. Now, the situation like this, you attract silent, guarded, intense people naturally, Pisces. You attract people that need to be healed. So if Scorpio attracts negativity and you attract people that need to be healed, this is why you guys are drawn to each other in the first place. See? It's almost like who saves who and who has to look, who has to or look out for the other person. You know that Scorpio needs help. Scorpio doesn't even see it. See? They don't even understand that they need help. And Pisces like, you need help, bro. And the Scorpio doesn't see it. See? And with this is the fact, Scorpio in the 12th house acts like what? A magnet for what? Secretive people, emotionally complex partners, people with hidden wounds. And see, if a person has a hidden wound, they will be forever wounded and nobody would know, right? Now, with Pisces, they feel seen by you. See, with a Pisces, it would scare the hell out of a Scorpio, because Scorpios will feel seen by Pisces. See? Now, another thing is the fact that you will mirror a Scorpio without even trying. See this? Now, when you mirror a Scorpio without even trying, like for instance, a Pisces, if they're hurt, they'll go quiet too, but for a different reason. See, Scorpio, when they do it, it's for silence to control things or people. With Pisces, it's more about silence to protect your soul. See that? Now, this is considered a power struggle, and it happens without words. See? Now, another thing that as a Pisces, you pick up on Scorpio's shadow. See? Their shadow side. So with this is the fact that, especially if you got the 12th house, if you got Scorpio in the 12th house, you feel other people's unspoken resentment. You sense the hidden agendas. And a lot of times, like, it's not what a person says, it's about what a person does. So you may oftentimes, detect the lies through that whole emotional static that you feel, but at the end of the day, it can also make you carry emotions that are not yours. See that? Because that's what Scorpio does. They carry emotions that are not theirs. Now, and that's the reason why is because they feel weak. You see, They feel weakness. They feel wounded. And they take on a lot. So a lot of times that's why they can transform, is because they have a lot of energy. See, a lot of energy, especially if you have, see the trade-off of okay, there's a trade-off. The trade-off for people that want the control, or let's say they're power hungry, they always want, more control over situations or authority. The problem is you will lose control. See, when you want so much control, you could easily lose it. See, so that's why whoever has the control has to use it wisely, because you exert so much energy and power in it that a lot of people can't handle it. They end up becoming unstable with it because they don't know how to use it. It's like the person with the biggest gun, a person that has a special type of, ray gun or something that when you shoot it, it's like it uses a lot of energy. So it's like if you don't know how to use it right, you could just waste it. So that's what we call being, powerless versus full of power. Now, another thing is why does the Scorpio silence hit people the hardest? Why does it hit harder? It's because the emotions are hidden. See, the emotions are hidden in it, and your emotions are strong. They're powerful. That's why you don't use them for decisions, because it's an instant fail to use it. So it's like if you had something that's wasting of energy as well if you misuse it. So that's why you have to be careful. So another thing is the silence feels heavy because they're what are they doing? They're using other people's emotions as fuel. So that's why the silence feels heavy, loaded. And as I'm describing this is why it feels as though it's being weaponized. And then on top of that, it's because there's intent there. So it's very it's very intentional, even when the Scorpio thinks that they're being subtle. See that? Now, one thing to notice is the strength that you may have, and then look at the risk that comes with it. Because when it's used as a strength, you see through emotional games instantly. See? But the risk that you have to avoid is you may overprocess things, internalize the whole situation, or you might blame yourself for, the silence, but it's not your fault though. See? So that's a lot of times too with Pisces, that you may feel like it's your fault why the Scorpio has went silent. And like I say, why does that Scorpio feel exposed around you? Because you don't need them to talk. See that? You're cool with everything being quiet. On top of that, your energy already reads the truth. See? Because you're not led by your emotions. So you have clarity. It's easy for you to go within, to pray. It's easy for you to meditate, to do yoga. It's easy for you to focus because you have mastery over your emotions. And you know how to correctly use them, Pisces. That's why your empathy is so strong. When you empathize with others, that's why you're able to fully know a person without even, much information given by them. See? Now, so that's why the Scorpio, they either bond deeply with you earlier on, or they pull away suddenly. See? Because the Scorpio pulls away the more you know about them, in case you didn't know. But if they know that you're way off and hey, you don't really know them well, they'll stick around. They'll become bonded upon you. See? They'll be more available. See? Now, another thing too, there is no in between. See? There's no gray area with this. Now, the key lesson behind Scorpio is the fact that you as a Pisces, you go off of what? Awareness. Where Scorpio goes off of obsession. Now, what you're here to do, Pisces, like I say, observe. You observe, you absorb. And see, the thing about it is you sense things, but you don't suffer for it. You don't suffer from the same things that Scorpios suffer from, with the whole, emotional intensity and the things with the, the jealousies. Not saying that you don't never get jealous. I'm saying when you don't, your emotions don't control you, in other words. And then, like I say, not to chase for the closure. See, because that usually what was, if anything is projected onto you, it's gonna end. See, now another thing is Scorpio silence. Like I say, it doesn't confuse you. It activates you, Pisces. It activates the subconscious when the Scorpio goes quiet. See. So as soon as they go silent on you, it activates your subconscious, and then all of a sudden, you instantly know what's going on. See, so it's like power. It's like a person giving you power. See, surrendering power to you, because they don't know that subconsciously that's where your power is. See, and that allows you to know things without seeing it. See, without seeing any tangible paper proof, because your subconscious is so strong, because you don't have your emotions tied to it. See, that's why I said there's clarity there. So like I said, when it comes to the next lesson I'm gonna talk about is how to protect yourself from Scorpios, because in this phase where Scorpio has gone silent, this is a testing period that they put everybody through. It's like the military. So it's like when you first get to know a Scorpio, they are going to play these games with you, see, before they respect you. So it's almost like you don't know that this situation is going to unravel like this. So it's like when you first get to know them, you may have been friends with them for maybe a couple months to a year, or a couple weeks, or a couple days, but then all of a sudden, as soon as they become vulnerable, where they become dependent on you, dependent upon you, to where they may consider you to be a friend, or hey, they may be obsessed with, hey, whether or not you're going to stick around, because they have a fear of losing you, because they care too much. This is when they may test you to say, oh, before I respect you, though, I want to see if you can, handle these mind games that I'm about to give you. See that? So it's like, as soon as you go to your day-to-day, they catch you off guard with that silence. This is what they're doing. So you got to understand, they care too much. Is why they're doing the whole silent game. And then on top of that, they're trying to gauge whether or not they're going to respect you, depending on how you handle the silence. That makes sense. So all I'm saying as a Pisces, there's nothing wrong with absorbing, but do not absorb the negativity or negative energy that you see within the Scorpio, because it's emotional residue. You don't need it. It's useless. See, and you don't want to be put or trapped into an emotional mindset to deal with a situation in the first place, because you won't be able to have the clarity to decide or hear from your subconscious. Now, the war, I mean, like I say, it's already prophesied with wars. We are in our last days, and then, like I say, people are, as of lately, like, people are getting sick, especially with the flu. But I mean, I would recommend people get a flu shot. Definitely you got to be careful out there. I'm not saying that Scorpios are bad people. I put a disclaimer out there. That's not what I'm saying. You may be with a Scorpio that's nothing like I said, but I'm just here to tell you to use it as a tool, because like, if you're dealing with an unhealthy Scorpio or uninvolved one, where, hey, they might not be at a stage of the rising phoenix. You got to be careful because like some people are devastated. Some people are hurt by, you know, certain signs, and you just got to be careful because they could really have, you know, like for instance, the Libra man that I fell out with on that, you know, I recorded it, put it on the live. He actually is like really hurt by the Scorpio ignoring him. So he's like really like, yo, I didn't do nothing to deserve this. And he's like, you know, what did I do wrong? And he's like really falling for it. And I said, yo, bro, I said, don't do that, because like he's able to see your emotions, and that's what he wants. He wants your emotions so he can weaponize it. See? So while he sees him all, you know, all like, you know, in that state of mind, he's getting emotional. That's exactly where the Scorpio wants him. See? Because why? He wants to take your emotions, use them against you, weaponize them, and then he's easily able to control you. See that? And manipulate you because you have no power. See that? Because you once he gets you to show your emotions, then he's easily able to what? He's easily able to manipulate you, because now you have shown him weakness, vulnerability. See that? And that's the very thing that he hides. He doesn't, just as he'll use yours, but you can't see his. See that? So it's not a fair game. That's why you know it's a game being played. But yeah, let me see. Shout out to all the people that got the memberships. Like I said, I have yet to write your names down, but shout out to everybody. As I promised to give you guys a public shout out. Thanks, you know, for being a member and whatnot. Peace and blessings, King. Yeah, for sure. Trevor and Misty and everybody in attendance that came out tonight to watch the live. I love y'all. Smash that like button, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.